Now, Nelson Mandela Bay Speaker Jonathan Lauer has denied a council request for a special meeting to oust Mayor Phillip Trollip. Members of the opposition made the petition. They wanted Patriotic Alliance councillor Marlon Daniels to replace the DA councillor. But the Speaker says their request violated the time periods contained in the council's rules of order. The no-confidence vote was going to be the third this year. Trollip is accused of being the face of a racist party. Well, for more on this, we are joined on the line now by former Nelson Mandela Bay Deputy Mayor and Councillor Mongameli Bobane. Mr. Bobane, thank you so much for your time. Firstly, your response as a party to this.
Well, my brother, I can say that we are shocked as the UDM to find out that the Speaker have flouted the Structures Act, because in terms of the Structures Act, my brother, Section 29 is clear that when the majority of councillors petition the Speaker must call a meeting at a venue and the time where the majority of the councillors have requested. Now, the Speaker, instead of complying with Section 29 of the Structures Act, he then referred to Rule 4.2 of the rule book, which is talking about the 5 working days. We have submitted our petition on Friday last week before 12 o'clock. And then he waited, my brother, for more than 48 hours to just write 1 or 2 lines. Then he responded by today. But what we are going to do, my brother, we are determined, all 61 councillors are determined to remove Mr. Trollip and the Speaker. We will actually comply with his with what is he saying. We will just amend the date and write the date exactly what he wants. But we just want to tell him that no matter he can run away like the headless kitchen, we are going to arrive. We are going to remove him. We're just going to amend that date and continue with the plans of removing them.
But, you know, that is one of the, essentially, some of the bone of contention here is that you're saying that you are constitutionally mandated and empowered to initiate this motion, while he says that, you know, it was not within the regulated time periods, essentially.
No, my brother. Section 29, even in his letter, he mentioned there, Section 29, subsection 1 is clear that a majority of the councillors can petition the Speaker, and the Speaker can only do what the majority of the councillors are saying. There is no prescription of the time, my brother. We can even give him 24-hour notice or 48-hour notice. All what he has actually done, he then out of his own will, and then use Rule 4.2 of the rule book, which in terms of which the Structures Act supersedes that rule. But be that as they may be, my brother, we are disciplined councillors. We are in a majority. We are going to comply with what he is saying, and then submit, and then just amend the rules and continue with our plans to remove them, which will not be later than now, next week.
All right, yeah, just to go on the latter. So you will be forging ahead with plans to have him removed, but there is no particular time period in which you will be initiating those steps. But
we will comply. We will comply, my brother, with Section 29, which we have already complied with. Section 29 will now comply with the Rule 4.2, which is talking about the 5 working days. This is what we are going to do today. We're going to resubmit our motion, not resubmit our motion, just amend the dates.
Well, just for the convenience of our viewers, Mr. Bobane, would you perhaps remind us why you're dead set on having Phillip Trollip removed as the mayor? Because, you know, just last week we had the Democratic Alliance host a media briefing to give an update on the progress in their metros, and they had nothing but praise regarding how, you know, Mr. Trollip has been running Nelson Mandela Bay so far. Why do you want him out?
Well, my brother, the DA is very, very good in terms of propaganda and talk something that is not happening in the municipality. Number one, my brother, here in the Nelson Mandela Metro, the unemployment is very, very high. Corruption under the DA government, under Trollip, is very, very high. You'll remember that the UDM even went and opened 6 cases of corruption. We are still waiting for Mr. Trollip to comment about that. Some of them are also implicating him. And recently, my brother, you'll find out that the evictions that was happening to our communities, both in the northern areas and also in the townships, people were just evicted without even, in fact, ignoring even the resolution of the council. So if the council resolved that we must not evict people. Then Mr. Trollip, out of his own, he will just go and, outside the resolution of the council and evict people. And, even the budget, we've been crying about the budget. Our townships and northern areas are very, very dirty. So there's no service delivery, my brother, at all. I mean, they even said that they will eradicate bucket by June 2017. A year later, nothing is happening. So there is no service delivery. Unemployment is very high. Nothing is happening here. All they are good at just to go around and paint a very nice picture. But come here, you will see the situation is very, very dire. Now, my brother, our constituencies and our people that have voted for us are saying, put your differences aside, take them out, and make sure that you provide the basic services to our people. This is the situation, my brother.
All right, now, Mr. Bobani, before I let you go, from a broader sort of perspective, are you not worried about the possible bearing that a political transition might have, particularly going into elections next year?
No, not at all. In fact, our major interest is our people at heart. Our people are suffering here. The poor of the poor is suffering. So when we are actually representing those people. Our pride is with those people. Those people are not worried too much about what's going to be the elections next year, whatever. They want to have something on the table right now. And they said, we have elected you to represent us. Please make sure that you're delivering services. So our interest, my brother, is more about the services that actually our people are requiring us. They have actually elected us to do. So elections will come next year. We'll go to those people again. When we go to those people, what are we going to say? So they are saying right now, please remove Mr. Trollip and the TA. We are doing exactly what they want. This is our interest.
Mr. Bobani, always a pleasure. Much appreciated.